If that flesh traitor kills anyone here, it'll be bad for business. Go and don't spill.
For Ringo, his reaction to being mistreated is completely the opposite that what happens to Mizu. For Mizu, it made her more ardent, more avoidant. And for Ringo, it made him more anxiously attached, so much so that he's become a caretaker. His belief is that if he is kinder and sweeter and more pleasant, that people will actually like him more and he won't be mistreated, that they'll see that he brings a value.
Good, right?
You see him watching in anticipation that the way that he gets fed is from caring for others. And feeding is one of those wonderful ways to be able to care for other people. And that's what gives him that sense of meaning, that he can be able to do something that's productive and makes a difference. That little tiny lean in and that relaxing of going back that he has. We often lean in when we care about something that we want to get more information. That's a great sign that we're interested in what's happening. And then that relaxation and smile that he has, that he got what he wanted. He was able to make someone enjoy their meal. It's more than just that he has pride in his work. This matters to him on a very deep level, that he actually gets a hit of dopamine, that feeling of motivation, of affirmation that you've done something right.
Finally! Eat up, girls! Eat it all! Oh! What are you? Dog? You let a dog serve food? Forgive my son.
And that's also what happens sometimes when people have been mistreated and abused. Instead of becoming more avoidant or more aggressive, they do the opposite. It's fight or flight. And for Ringo, he ended up choosing more flight, that he's going to lower himself, that he's going to kind of accept being treated badly and try to be nicer. Often that's in the hopes that someone is going to treat me better, is going to be nice to me. And it's often that fear of confrontation, that confrontation is danger and bad. And so for him, he's hoping that if he acts really kind and sweet, that people will treat him better instead of treating him worse. The problem is that often people that use aggression as their mode of communication, they only understand other forms of aggression. And so it can actually embolden those that are being mean to you because they don't even think twice, because there's no consequence. And so people that are too much of a caretaker and too avoidant of confrontation often get mistreated, misused, abused, and bullied.
I should put down this lame dog. I'm not a dog.
It's interesting, Ringo's reaction to that he doesn't really care that there's a gun. He didn't even make a sigh. He's gone through so many hardships that the worst part is that he's being called something that's inaccurate to who he is. He works really hard. He has a lot of pride in what he does, in that feeling that he can be of use, that he can do something that's really good and appreciated. And especially coming from a point of not having any hands and probably being looked at as he's a disadvantage to those that are around him, to be able to really show that he can do something good and useful and be of use to others matters a lot to him. And you want to look at people and what matters, what brings them joy, what needs that they each have. And for Ringo, this is one of the strong drives that he has, to be able to make an actual difference in the world. And you see the difference in personality type, right? That Mizu compared to Ringo. Whereas Mizu is very, very quiet, is kind of gruff. He's always humming, he's always positive. Even though he's gone through so many difficulties, he's able to take the beauty of the things that are around him and pride in what he does. He's looked beyond just what is in front of him and appreciates everything that is there. And that's often a part of your personality that you lean more towards even from birth. And positive people are often positive even in all kinds of different hardships. And negative people can often be negative, even with all kinds of good and splendor that's around them. So often people blame that it is the environment, but often it's just what we've been practicing and what we've seen. And so that's why it's really important to also be careful for the people that you surround yourself with, because they can make you more positive or more negative depending on who they are. So a little bit does seep in.
I found you!
Like, was the like that he was scared because it was like something sharp and pointy pointed at him, or was it kind of like the something sharp and pointy, but yay, you are there, and that's what I've been looking for.
I knew I'd never catch up on the path, but I remember this shortcut because when we were traveling to the Yuzushi Shrine for my 7th birthday, I went to pee and got lost. So I slept with a family of tanuki for 3 days and ate leaves and scarabs and got to know the forest really, really well, so...
And so some people do, they just kind of keep on talking. And so sometimes people do that because they're anxious. For Ringo in this case, it's because he's excited. He's really happy. One is this is something that he's wanted and that he's found someone that he looks up towards. When we get really excited, just like when we're anxious or angry, it shuts off our prefrontal cortex, the part that deals with consequences to actions. It makes the inner part of our dialogue an outer part of our dialogue for some people. And that's why sometimes we'll say stuff that we wished we hadn't.
Go home.
And his arms open like that, like, you know, like, embrace me, I am here. And Mizu's completely not happy with the prospect of having him follow her. But also Ringo expects that other people will be happy to see him. Like, look at how much value that I bring to you.
Please! My whole life I couldn't do anything right, but now I know what I'm supposed to do. Be a samurai. Like you. Please.
Often when we attach ourselves to people, it's because we see something in them that we want, a personality trait or something in them that we wish that we had inside of ourselves. And he sees in Mizu someone that can get a job done, that can be really good at it, can be able to protect themselves, and without any fear of confrontation, the opposite, that will actually come towards confrontation. And that's something that Ringo doesn't do. And so he wants to align himself and get these skills also.
Let me be your apprentice. I'll do anything.
A breeze can throw a crane off course. You are a typhoon.
She only sees that this is going to be a block that is going to be avoiding her goal. And I think that if Ringo really wanted to make a stronger case, he should be saying how he can help make her achieve her goal more quickly, more effectively, more efficiently, to show his value. That would have increased the chances of her being able to accept him. But because of her attachment type, that she's avoidant and she doesn't see people as reliable or beneficial, that she's learned that the only person she can trust and depend is herself, it already lessens the chances that she would be able to accept him no matter what he is able to say. She would not really believe any of it, even though you can tell from Ringo's personality type that he has only the best of intentions at heart. He really is kind of pure of spirit. The things that he says is what he means.
Please, I'm strong and can carry your things, and you can have the best soba in the world every day. And I'll do anything you ask. Anything so I can learn to be just like you.
Like me?
You're deformed, but you're still strong.
I like that she just says it as it is. You're deformed like I'm deformed. Like, we both have this. We've both had all of these different difficulties that we've had to be able to overcome. And so I see parts of myself in you, and maybe I can gain some of your strength to be independent and be able to reach my goals also. But I like that Mizu took it with a little bit of offense. Like, you can tell she's like, deformed, huh? It's interesting because that probably hits a little bit home of what her inner dialogue is to herself as being someone that is not accepted. And so he sees an alignment. And often that's how we bond with other people, is we share that I'm the same as you are. We have this thing that keeps us together. And that often forms relationships. We form relationships along with people that do things the same, believe the same things, are in the same kind of want, in the same stream of who we're becoming. And that increases our chances of hitting our goals.
You move quietly for someone so large.
I'm naturally stealthy.
And no matter what, even with the insults, he always has a positive statement to be able to say. He looks at things and sees only the good that is around him. And I think that he's imparted a lot of that on Mizu, that he sees the best in her also, an idealized version, which we often do for people that we look up to. The reason that you should never actually meet your heroes is because often we've created this fantasy of what we think they should be, that we've often imparted things of the way that we would handle things. And so because Ringo is so pure of heart and spirit, that he thinks that everyone else would be as well.
I do not want you anywhere near me. Stay away.
Stay away. Ringo.
I don't care.
But I'm useful. You see?
See, I like that he's using that, the things that he can bring and help and do for Mizu. I will make your life easier. These are all little things that are breaking down the fact. And often people that are avoidant, like Mizu is, actually they need someone that is more anxiously attached that will kind of pursue. Because if not, their first reaction is just to push everyone else away, because if they don't get attached, they won't get hurt, they won't be disappointed. And so this is often a good set of personality types to be together, even though that does cause some push and pull sometimes.
You see? I heard white people's skin burns off in the sun. Is it true?
And you see her furrow her brows. She doesn't love that he keeps on bringing up all of the things that make her different, all of the things that have made her bullied and beat up and hurt. And him missing his hands, he wasn't able to hide from this. And so he's learned that to just embrace who you are and be able to deal with it and adapt. And for Mizu, it's still a point of contention, of hurt for her.
I know why you think you don't want me around, but you can trust me. I'd never tell your secret, not ever. I never, ever, ever, ever tell anyone that you're...
You see, but because when he's excited, he talks too much, he's not reading the room, that he's saying too much, that even him saying this out loud is a risk to her. And because of that, there's less of a chance that she's gonna want him around, because he might get overly excited and share this with others inadvertently, even if he doesn't mean to.
If I see you again, I will kill you and never think of you again.
Like, that is the coldest statement ever. I think like that's one of the most cold things that I've ever heard. The "and never think of you again." Like, oh, that one hurt. Like, it hurt me. I felt that one. Anyone that has that sense of abandonment, that thought of being forgotten, that was like the worst thing that you could say, especially to poor Ringo.
Hey, where's your pass?
Right here. Travel pass for two. Just as two boys traveling together like always. Come on, you. My apprentice. He's a bit dim.
So cute though. Like, I don't think that it was necessary, but like, he got a little shot in, which, like, good for you, Ringo. Good for you. I think that Mizu respected him just a touch more from that.
Next.
And I love how perseverant Ringo is, that he's not going to give up without a fight. He's learnt perseverance, resilience through all of the difficulties that he's gone through. If you like this video, you can also check out my Arcane, Wednesday, The Boys, The Last of Us, all of my compilation videos. They're all ad-free, sponsor-free on Nebula, like all my videos that are on Nebula. And that's the wonderful purpose of Nebula, is that it's a place where high-quality educational creators can post early, post extended versions, post really long videos, like some of mine are like hours long, that could never really happen on YouTube, or they would end up having a whole bunch of ads, or you wouldn't be sponsored, so you wouldn't be able to make more videos. Creators like Legal Eagle, Nando V Movies, Alt-Shift X, Medlife Crisis, and so many wonderful other creators. And I love putting out all of my different compilation videos. Also, I have the Jinx Saga, I have Vox Machina. I have all of these videos that are specially made just for Nebula. No cyberpunk yet, it'll be there. I also have a whole course on how to beat anxiety, available only on Nebula classes. In there, I go through all the different techniques that I would use in sessions and all of the different theories to help you, if you want to deal with your anxiety and treat it yourself, be able to go through all of the theory that we would go through in our sessions. There's also exclusive originals like how they adapted Lord of the Rings and The Time When, and there's so many more. They're all ad-free, sponsor-free, new videos being uploaded all the time. And all you have to do is sign in with my exclusive link below, and you can get an annual plan on Nebula for 40% off or $2.50 a month. I know, it's almost nothing, $30 a year. Just click on that link, and clicking on that link really does help out my channel, so thank you so very much. It's all early access, it's all extended versions, all the courses, all the originals, all from Nebula creators. And just click on the link below and you can try out Nebula for yourself. Thank you so much for your support, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. So this is a little bit on Ringo's personality type as we go through this series. You can let me know what you think and what you've noticed about him starting off also in the comments below. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video.